Hello everybody, my name is Michael, the creator of Quick Before Watching and its content. Blimey, this time with a lot more water. Tap water, but you know, better than nothing. Won't get a dry throat this time. Anyway, welcome back to, we're playing around in Blender 2.8 and I'm loving it. I am really loving it. And you might have noticed, like from when I last left on the stream, there's a little bit more around here. I added some walls and stuff. Last time I just had the desk. I also pulled the desk out a little bit and gave it some bevels. You know, just some light touches here and there. Made sure all the edges are creased and stuff. And look, I also smoothed this out a bit because that looked a bit too polygonal. I think that's the best way to say it. But we're back. I'm back back to continue this. Sorry, I just breathed right into the microphone with my nose. With my nose. I do that a lot for some reason. I ought to try to stop that. And been playing around with 2.8 a little bit more in between streams over the weekend. And I gotta say, like, I'm gonna open up the rig just for a second. I gotta say, I'm loving it. I am. It's great. It's great. Like, the new render engine, Eevee, if I go into that, and then put this into render view, it's like, oh, blimey. What's that? Put this in render view. Still, look at this. Look at this. I get to look at it in render. It's just awesome, and it's live. It's a live render. Let's add a light. Add a light. Where's that? There. Where is it? I'm in pose mode. Get out of pose mode. Object mode. Add a light. Let's add. Is that just a point light? And look, you can see the light down there. It's like it emits light onto him. It's like it's so cool. It is. It's beautiful. It's truly beautiful. Let's do it in the hair. Doesn't really do that much on hair renders. Hair doesn't seem to be a good thing in the Eevee renderer, but still, that is so cool. That's so cool. Anyway, back to the bar. Discard changes. I love it. I'm loving it so far. This is great. This is brilliant. Just gotta remember that Eevee. Eevee seems like it's gonna be maybe a little bit of a game changer. Not that much. For the most part, people are probably still going to use cycles over Eevee, but if you just want to do a quick render, something fast, something simple that doesn't require some very high quality renders, use Eevee. It's a live renderer. I mean, you can't beat that. A good quality live renderer. It only uses direct lighting as far as I'm aware, though you can bake indirect lighting into scenes. So say like if I wanted to do a scene where none of the lights are going to move, no shadows are going to move or anything like that, and I can bake indirect lighting into the scene and Eevee will just render that. It's like, oh, it's so good. So good. Like, Blender's been needing something like this for a while and it's finally got it. It's finally got it. My voice just suddenly went like this. I'm excuse me. I don't know where that came from. But yeah, I'm excited. What should I do next? What should I do next? I'm still doing my bar. I have an idea for this bar. What I want to do. This is not a normal bar, not a normal pub even. This is gonna be it's kind of inspired by a video game I played a while back. I'm gonna call this the Ouroboros bar, where they don't only sell shots of exotic mixes and stuff. They sell exotic poisons. Such a sinister place. Snake venom is their specialty. Exotic spirits mixed with snake venom. Don't try this at home. In fact, don't try it at all. What am I saying? Don't try snake venom. That's not good for you. In any way, shape, it will kill you. But it has been it's an illegal practice to sell snake venoms to people. Yet it's done because for some reason people have a taste for it. It's like a sinful drink in a way. It's a weird thing, like mixing snake venoms with spirits like whiskeys or gin or something like that. Like, it has been done. It's a small amount of snake venom, sure, but you know, a small amount could still potentially kill you. Not everyone's got the same level of resistance. So I might decorate this place like, I kind of have a plan. Like in these shelves, I'll have like a little a few, what's the word, tanks, I guess, with snakes in them. And like this is where they get their venom from and stuff like that. And maybe like a few vials of venom here and there. And then all the alcohol will be here, and some. I could put like a nice little shot, like a wide angle shot right here, where there's a snake coiling around a shot glass. That'd be cool. I've never actually modeled a snake. It's probably going to be tricky. Be nice to have experiment with. So, you know, let's have some fun, shall we? What should I do next? First, what I should do is get up some reference images, of course. So, reference images, bar. Got loads of bars in Google Images. There's plenty of references to go by. I want some nice fancy bars, not your modern, trying to be hip, cool bars, and a fancy classic bar. Got some lovely places. It's a bit of a best of both worlds in a way, that one. Very 80s with some classical styles. This one, the one I'm looking at. There's a lot of modern ones here, I've got to say. God, just no one appreciates the classics. There's a classic bar. Oof, that is beautiful. Ooh, I might add something like that. Some doors onto the shelves. So like, they open it up and they're transparent, of course, so you can see all the selection and it stop things from falling off the shelf. That would be that would be great. That would be a really good one, wouldn't it? That'd be really good. So, what should I start with? I guess a good place to start with would be, I guess, the chairs, but I don't know. I kind of want to decorate this a little bit more. Maybe add a few snakes, like snakes carved into the wood. Would be cool. Or maybe like a little bit of a story. This wasn't this kind of bar, but it did become that. Ooh, what to do? I guess what I'll start with is I saw that little design. I thought that would be nice. Let's add some doors to these shelves. I think that would look neat. Shrink that down. Okay, place it in an appropriate position. Say here. I actually want the pivot point to be. Oh, is there a hotkey? F9. That's kind of a lame hotkey for this action. So put the hinge there. Grab that, pull it across. Actually, would the hinge be better off over here because there's a wall there, and that's pretty inconvenient. For is it? No, you can probably still open it. Actually, don't want to be square on the wall, which I did here. In fact, I went through the wall, so no going through the wall. Go down there. And go down there. Okay, let's bevel this. Object. Bevel. I'm pretty sure there's a bevel in here. Oh no, wait, I've got to do it in modifier. Duh. Where is it? Where's bevel? I'm blind. It must be like, there it is. Let's have a look at how deep those bevels go. A bit too strong. Let's reduce the profile. I think that's what I want. Nope, I don't want the profile. Width? Yeah, width. That'll do. Actually, a little bit more. 3. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, next step. Select this face and this face and insert face. Then I'll delete them. Now I wonder if this will work this time. If I select the rims, then select face, do a grid fill. Nope. Closed loops unsupported. I see. So I can't do that. So I better do it the old-fashioned way. A little extrude. And link these. Mesh, no, vertex, merge. At last. Oh, oh! Not like that. Not like that. Oh wait, did I create doubles? No, I didn't. Good. Oh wait, actually, there is an easier way to do that I realized. If I select this edge loop, put it on lock, and then move it to that vertice. Right, so now they are connected to each other, and bevel's still on, so they are. I don't know the phrase I'm trying to look for. The bevel is still on. Let's turn that off so I can actually see the model as it is. Ah, no, that isn't where I want it to be. Where's the transform point? There it is. Move it to there. Then select the whole mesh. Vertex, merge, what was it? Connect. It was like mesh, I think it was. Mesh, clean up, merge by distance. Remove 3 3. Let's have a look at this. Oop. So this one's connected. This one is also connected. Ah, I see. That vertex there. Remove that. Dissolve vertice. And ah! Oh no. Didn't want that. Didn't want that. Dissolve this edge. Dissolve edge. Dissolve edge. Delete edge. And dissolve this. Delete this. Then I can move this about. Huh. That's deleted this little area here. I don't think this went how I wanted to. Alright, I'm going to undo quite a bit. Alright, so I undid that action. Ooh. Damn walls. Undid that action. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Okay. Let's just not question it for now. I can't remember exactly what I did, but we'll roll with it. Alright. Select everything. Mesh, clean up. Merge by distance. Remove 4 vertices. That looks more about right. So now if I select, this edge loop, it should all move with it. Yes, it does. Good. Good. So there's a good way to merge a whole line of vertices without having to do merge to last over and over again. Ah, water. Now. Tell you what, something I realise. That's a wide door. That is a very, very wide door. Let me have a look at that. That is a very wide door. So, if it's to open, oh, that that you don't want a door that opens that wide in a bar. You don't. That is a recipe for accidents. So let's shrink that down to something a bit more appropriate. Just like, imagine knocking the drinks off of the bar when opening this. You'd probably knock yourself out in the process. Maybe this can be... Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Light. Inspiration. And have like, 2 doors. Shift D. I swear it used to be Control D. Or maybe it's a different piece of software I'm thinking of where Control D is duplicate. Whatever. I just got to get used to it being shifty now. Shifty, no, shift D, not shifty. All right. So now, ooh, now it opens without knocking drinks off the bar. Let's rotate this around. 180. Don't want that to clip. Don't want this to clip through the wall. And let's edge this a bit more. Yeah, that's a decent size. All right, I've got my doors. Let's turn on bevel so you can actually see it. It solidifies them a bit. A little bit of a bevel does a really good job at... Oh, hang on a minute. There is actually one awkward bit with bevel. Bevel is also adding a bevel to this line here, despite the fact that it's flat, which is unnecessary. You don't really need stuff like that. But, you know, whatever. You're not going to notice it. Control... Shift D. Gotta remember it's Shift D. I swear it used to be Control D. Excuse me. There. Okay. What's next? What should I do next? I guess. Maybe we can make some of the tanks that the snakes are inside. So that's easy to do. Add a cube. Mesh. Cube. Move that here. I'm going to name this walls so I don't lose sight of it. Hide that because that's just being obstructive. First off, move that up by 1. Turn the lock on. Put it to that vertice so it is square on the ground. Right, now I can start shifting its size. Let's go that way. That way. I guess I should get more reference images. So let's get the there. Let's tab this out so I can actually put it to a size where I can see everything. Because tabbing out to another screen is a little bit awkward. Alright, bar. Let's add another tab. Let's go to Google Images. Snake. Tank? Snake tank? I think that's what you call it. Let's have a look at what sort of things snake tanks look like. It's really just a fish tank with with a snake inside it instead of water and fish. Make it decently sized. Place it about there. I'm going to do a similar thing to last time. I'm going to insert faces here. Insert this one. Hang on. Oh, something up my nose. Insert face. Delete faces. Select this edge. Extrude. That on, move it to there. Got that right, got it right. Select everything. Mesh, clean up, merge by distance. 4 vertices removed. Great. So this is basically the glass of the tank. So, yeah, glass of the tank. And then let's move the tank over here so I can see better. Oh, wait, not like that. Let's move the tank over here so I can see better. Right, so this is the glass frame. Add another cube. Yeah, cube. Cube it is. Turn lock off. Let's also raise this bottom just a little bit over. Move that up 1. And now I'm going to put that there like this. Turn that off again. Don't need it. Turn it off again. Then I'm not going to have the pivot point like a mile that way. Turn that on again. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it on. God. Make up your mind. So this is going to be the bottom. And that's why I lifted the glass case a bit so that there's no clipping where I don't want it. Okay, let's check the size. We want it to be somewhat even each way. That's not even. Okay. And move that down to, say, here. Move it up a bit, actually. There we go. So there's the bottom. I'm going to insert face again. This time I'll try and... This time, actually, I'll make it just a little bit over the glass. It's right there. Extrude. Go down a little bit. So there we go. We got the bottom. Now for the top. And the top is very simple. A lot more simple than that. And that was very simple as well. Just scale that down a bit. Okay. Move it there. Up a tad. There. It's no, we don't want to extrude. Over there. Move it over there. And at the top, going to extrude. And then, going to select that edge loop. Face, extrude along normals. So we've got a little lip sticking out like that. And there we go. We have our snake tank. Can't see within it for now, but that's something I ought to do later on, is add some stuff on the inside. But for now, that's our snake tank. We're going to name these objects so we don't lose them. This one is tank top, not not the clothing item. Tank glass, and then this one cube. It's really called cube 2. All right then, tank bottom. Actually, call it tank base. And now, what I want to play with, save it quick, save always, save often. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to try out the new organization system in 2.8, because there's this little thing they've practically removed groups. So we've got scene, new layer, sequence, blender, whatever. Got all this stuff. And they used to be able to switch between different layout types. I'll take a drink. So you had groups and stuff, but they got rid of that because it was a nightmare for organization. And like you saw me when I was making the rig, I'd often organize it by parenting certain objects into empties and stuff. But now they've got a different system called collections. Right here. So with this selected in Boogaloo, I'm going to add a new collection. Call this one tank. So where's that collection? Tank? Oh, no, add it. Collection. Tank. So where is it? Is it in here? Tank. Collection. What do I delete? Oh no. Do I get rid of that? I really don't get how this works. I'm learning. So, unlink. Can I don't. Blimey. Don't want to do that. Alright, let's try this again. Tank. Huh? So if I... but I don't see it in here. It should be in here, right? What? Scene collections. Okay, so if I got rid of this, that disappears. But the object still exists. What if I right click up here? Instance to scene. Visibility. What if I... okay, that didn't work. Can I like right click new? Collection 2. Ah, so tanks. Let's call it tanks. And then I take all of these. Or take this. Add a collection. Tanks. And get rid of it here. Ah, here we go. We're making progress. Tanks. Get rid of Boogaloo. Add a collection. Tanks. And get rid of Boogaloo again. And I have the collection. Can I move it? This doesn't seem to do anything. What's the point of this? This doesn't seem to do anything. Okay. But it's better organization. It means I can, if I just want to be able to select certain objects, all I gotta do is like this. So what if I do like I right click Boogaloo, visibility, show hide, show. So if I hide that, everything within Boogaloo gets hidden. Alright. Now what if I'm able to lock unlink, no, instance to see, deselect, duplicate collection, no, area view, ID data, view layer, disable from visibility. Huh. Hey, I thought I told you to hide. Walls. Also, let's name a few more things. This one, counter. Let's name a few more things. Got the wall named. This one, let's just call it back counter. I don't really know what to call it. Back counter. Wall's already named. How about the doors? I'll name the doors because that's a good idea. Or drawer, as they actually are. Drawer 01. Draw 02. I don't even know if I'm spelling it right. Is there two different ways to spell draw and draw? Draw 03. Don't even know if that's what you call these, but I know the cupboards, but every time cupboard door, whatever. I'm just gonna call them drawers because whatever. I know what they are. That's what and that's all that matters. Okay. So now I've got all of these in tank. Gotta hide that, make it visible. Now let's select all of these. Make the wall invisible. Where is the wall? Walls, because that just gets in the way. The colours are so much more muted, which is a little bit inconvenient. Let's try and make the inside of the snake tank. Save often, save always. Alright, hide this for now. I can I can roughly estimate where it is through this. Also, I want to improve this a little bit. Add another insert face here. Extrude up so I have room to put some lights in. Because, you know, you can't just have a... It's not really a good idea to just put a snake in without a source of light. You need to be able to see, you know. Alright, so I got that. Create or add. Let's add a little place for the snake to sleep in. Now, what's a great sort of thing to do for that? Because they often do like some sort of natural shape, so that a snake still feels like it's living in its natural habitat. Something, a log is like a hollow log is usually common, so let's do a log. Add a mesh, a cylinder. Alright, let's just look at the last operation. Let's reduce its, let's say 16 would be enough for now. And now let's go 20. 20. Radius and stuff we can edit later. Do that 90. 90 degrees. Let's put it on local. And I put it there. We get a decent sized log. Maybe a little bit bigger. Oh no, a little bit bigger. Oh no, that's too big. We don't want the snake to be able to escape easily, so we don't want a super big log. And let's what's the phrase I'm looking for? Let's insert some faces. Delete these. With extrusion. No, extrusion. Okay, select it all. Mesh, clean up, merged by distance. 20 vertices combined. That's good. Okay, so we have like the precursor of a log. Maybe for funsies, we can make it a little more irregular in shape. So with this selected, just do some minor edits, because logs on, or nature is never perfect. Turn that off. Add a couple of these on the inside as well. Yeah, right. Okay. Coolio. All right, we got a little crevice for our snake to come and sleep in. A little close to the back there. Let's fix that. Set it back to global. Oh no. Put this like here, or summon or nothing. All right. Next, it needs some water. Needs some lovely, lovely water. So, I'm going to add another cylinder. I'm also going to put I think it was shift. Yeah. No. Can I put it closer than that? Yeah, there we go. I'm going to put the cursor here so that they spawn. They arrive closer. Also going to remove the rotations of the cursor. So add a cylinder. Where is it? Where is it? Gotta remember, go into mesh, cylinder. Actually, I'll delete that. Add mesh cylinder. Let me take a drink. So let's edit the last operation. Let's give this one 32 this time. Let's make this a high count, because it's got to be. This one's a bit of a. It's going to be a bit of a. I can't talk today, people. I can't talk today. This is embarrassing. This is very embarrassing, frankly. Okay. Again, let's make this irregular in shape. So this will be the snake's water. Now let's add a little add an edge loop, maybe about there. And I'll select all of these. No. I'll select all of these faces. Face. Extrude along normals. And let's do a bit more irregularities. This time just for these. Doesn't matter if I'm affecting this a bit, because again I just wanted to look a little bit irregular, because you know it's gonna be like a little rock. It's gonna look like a little rock pond to the snake. But it's gonna be, so it's like made of clay, or I think it's like a bowl made of clay or something like that. I mean, it makes sense with the reference I'm looking at. I believe it is like a little clay bowl that's just filled with water for the snake to drink, because water's important. Though are snakes one of those species where they would tend to get enough water just off eating, or what they eat gives them enough water? Okay. Let's also lift it a little bit in places. And lower it in others. Not so much in here, because this is important. This is where the water's going to be. Alright, looks like a little bit of a plateau rock. Little bit. Not entirely, little bit. Alright, now we got our water. Let's insert a face. Well, we haven't got our water yet, but we've got our bowl. We've got our bowl. And then extrude downwards. Then we're going to flatten it. Wonder, can I flatten? Is there like a flatten mesh? Maybe not. Alright. No. Turn off that. That's not how I want to do it. Edit. Adjust last operation. Sets that to 0. Or set scale Z, I think. Yeah, scale Z to 0. So now it's flat. Now it's perfectly flat to the ground. Move it down a bit. I'm gonna water bowl. Snakes need a drink, you know. Save that. Take a sip. Ah, lovely. And then what's next? Next, they needs to. Currently, how this thing is, all the snake has a little hidey hole to sleep in and some water. This snake is going to be bored. It is going to be absolutely bored in this. So it needs. And plus, if you were to feed it, it wouldn't feel like it's hunting or whatever. So you need to give it something. What's the phrase? You need to give it something to feel like it's hunting. Let's put in some branches. Now, I absolutely hate doing branches, because, my lord, they're unpredictable, you know? Like, you'll never be right. You can never be accurate to nature. You can never be accurate to nature. I forgot I put the 3D cursor there. That's good. So I'll start off with a cube. I know it's probably best in doing branches to start off with, say, like a cylinder, but I'm going to try and generate this branch through extrusions and stuff like that. So let's start off simple. Let's create a long line, extrude, add some of these here and there, and then make it a little bit irregular. I'm going to select this whole spheres. Okay. Now let's also do some adjustments to the size. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of the new selection system. Got like if I want to select a separate edge loop, I've got to deselect everything, then select the edge loop, or whatever. Who cares? Who cares? Select that as a face. Let's make it nice and narrow over here. What about over here? Oop. Over here as well. At least have some kind of pattern to it. So we got some kind of branch. Got like a bit of a branch sort of thing. Let's add another little edge loop. Not there. Move it further down. Help with the irregularity a little bit. And then I'm going to select this face and extrude it to make a branch. So, extrusion. Shrink it down, give it a little edge. Move it over here. Then add a couple of these. Adjust its position. Could also twist it and stuff a bit. Move it over there. It's looking more like a branch now. Let's also make this thinner. Okay, so I've got 2 sticks. Let's add a few more sticks. I'm making a stick. That's what I'm making. That's what I'm doing. I am making a stick. What was next? Let's add... What was I going to do? Oh yeah, this is what I was going to do. I was going to add a little ledge loop there. Move that tiny bit. Then add another extrusion. Where was that? There it is. Move it out there. Shrink it down. Oh, no, that's not... Was that shrink? What the hell happened there? I didn't want you to do that. Naughty software. Naughty software. Alright. Rotate how I want you to. There. That's a decent place. Add another edge loop. There we go. But that's not enough for a snake. A snake needs to be more entertained than just a simple twig. So, another branch here. And you don't have to, there doesn't have to be a pattern to this. Just let it go wild, because this is nature. Nature does have patterns, but they are not... what's the best way to say this? Follow the patterns of nature, but don't be regular with your patterns. Because even though patterns do exist in nature, they are irregular patterns, if that makes sense. That's probably the best way I can say it, really. There are patterns in nature, but they're all irregular. So there's no need to be consistent. Over here. Let's move that one there. I think that's actually a fine spot for the stick. Now, first problem I've got. This is too even. I need a third branch. I need a third branch. Odd numbers. For some reason, odd numbers are great. Never work in even numbers. If you got a choice between if you suddenly like you make a desk and you put some pencils on it, and you got a choice between 6 and 5, choose 5, because 6 for some reason doesn't look right. I have no idea why. It's strange. Okay. What was next? Put one there, and put one there. let's also pull this out a bit more because it's too short. This is way, way, way too short. Alright. Move this over here. Stop selecting the ones I don't want you to. Dumb software. Okay. Over here. Actually, I think that looks fine. That's a decent twig. Right. So now we've got a little bit of terrain for the snake to just have a little bit of fun with. Now let's try and think of how to place this. Something. I got an idea. No, place it like this, or place it here. I'll place it here. And then I'm going to add a rock for it to rest on. Like touching these two branches here where it looks like most of the weight is going to be going down on. So add a rock there. So create, and let's do a sphere this time. Sphere. Sphere. Circle. No, that's a circle, not a sphere. Add mesh. Sphere. Let's reduce the polygon count because I'm making a rock. Let's do like 16 and 8. Nah, 8 and 4. 8 and 4. That should do a good rock. Alright, now let's start messing with. Okay, that was a mistake. Object transform. What was it? Transform. Which one was it again? Snap. Cursor or cursor to selected? No. Set origin to geometry. No, origin to geometry. Right. That's where I want the origin to be. Now this time I'm going to turn on. I keep forgetting the name of it. The one where you. This option up here. This option. And again, I'm going to do the whole irregular thing because this is nature. Nature has patterns, but they're never consistent. Alright. Get all these shapes correct. There. It's got like now the stick has something to rest on. What's next? Maybe it feels a little. Again, I've got a pattern of 4 thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 objects. I need a 5th object. I need a 5th object to make this look less regular. Maybe another stick. But this first stick took me a while to make. Longer than I think it should have. So maybe I'll try this. I'll duplicate the stick and just change it up a bit. And I don't see a problem with the. All right, what's the option called? Show me. Proportional editing. That's the name. Proportional editing. I don't see a problem with having proportional editing on. Right. Maybe I'll turn it. Connected only. Ah, there we go. That's a better option. Okay. More stick fun. Up here as well. Ooh, that doesn't look healthy. Then I can edit these with some rotations. Let's move that. Still looks very similar right now. Still looks very, very similar. Let's try this. Turn that off. Ooh, that is not good. That is ugly. That is very, very ugly. Ooh. Let's move the back the opposite way. Why wouldn't you select earlier? No idea. And that looks different enough now. Actually, what I'll do, I've got an idea. Faces. I'll delete these branches. It's got 3, 1, 2, 3 ends. I'll delete here. I'm going to sculpt these for a better shape later. For now, these are just the rough shapes. Also going to move that because that thin point doesn't look very natural. Oh, tell you what, also doesn't look natural. All right, let's try. I need to make this part skinnier. Too skinny. Then I'm going to fill all these edges in. I think that's all the ones. All right. Faces. Fill. Let's do grid fill. Faces, grid fill. Sod. Faces, grid fill. Faces, grid fill. There we go. Alright. It's got the odd it's got the odd number, 1, 2, 3. Odd numbers are always important. Move that around to here. And again, we'll perch it up against the rock. Almost there. It's also perched up against the water bowl. So yeah, that looks, now that I got a fifth object, it just looks better. I don't know why it works, but it works. Like, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, it's like, oh, that looks too regular. And suddenly you add a fifth object, and it's like, huh, that looks better. Why does it work? This doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. So, there's our first snake tank. Right? Let's name these. They're all, ooh, all the objects are in tanks. Good. Let's name these. Let's call this hollow log. Call it 01 because I expect to have more hollow logs. Twig 01. Call the sphere rock. Again 01. I expect to have more rocks. And then this one, twig 02. Now let's make the tank glass visible. You can't see it through the tank glass unless I do this. So now you can see it. Go back to that. Actually, let's keep the tank glass transparent. Tank glass transparent for now. So there's the basic. There's our first snake tank. We need, and there's going to be a few more snake tanks. Now, should I? Question is, should I make them on camera? Maybe, maybe. I'm only an hour in. Time feels like it's been going slow for me today. Ah, water. So now I got the snake tank done. Oh, don't forget this. Let's move it all back here into this place. Snake tank, what? Uno. I was gonna say one, but let's speak another language, shall we? Fish tank uno. What's next? I want to make some bottles right now, actually, because I think just doing another stack. Doing another snake tank is just going to be boring. So let's do some bottles, shall we? Let's call it like spirits. Spirits. Alcohol. Let's see what unique bottle shape, some unique bottle shapes we can make. Of course, there's the classic one. Got the square one. There's like, ooh, there's like a triangular one there. We got plenty of references to go off, because alcohol, it's a massive industry. You've got lots of different things to do. Now, how do they hang it on? Or the spirit bar? See, because you know they hang it on the wall usually, so that it just pours out. Let's just look at bar. Let's just look at bar again. Bar. I should be able to find one where they're hanging all their whiskies upside down. Maybe not. Maybe not. Who goes to a bar to drink tea? There's actually, yeah, there are. I'm pretty sure there are mixes of alcohol that include tea in them. So what am I saying? Tea or coffee? What do you prefer? Neither myself. I don't really like those kind of drinks. A lot of them just seem to place it on a wall now, rather than do something fancy with it. So I guess okay, we'll play along. We'll play along. Which is the wall? Where's wall? There's the walls. All right. So I think I am in here now. So let's hope I am. Add cube. No, this appeared in tanks. Cube. Let's add it to collection. Get rid of tanks. Oh dear. Oh dear. I don't want it in collection, that's why. Add it to Boogaloo. It's in Boogaloo now. Call this one shelf. Or shelf 01. Move it over here. Nah, one thicker than that is going to be carrying a lot of weight on it. So it needs to be nice and strong. Ooh, didn't want to do that. Proportional lighting off also. Don't want it to cover the entirety of it. And this is just to put drinks on, so it's not going to be that far out. Maybe we'll have 2 shelves. First off, let's do some loop cuts. Set the number of cuts to 4. Now we've got 4 cuts. Then, gonna select these edge loops. Set this to individual origins rather than medium point, or set and then shrink it down. Then set, or shrink it down a bit more than that. No, that was enough actually. Then set that back to, set the origin or pivot point back to medium. Move them out. And then set the number of cuts for loop cut back to 1. Put it out a bit right there. Take these two faces. Extrude. Keep forgetting where extrude is. And then gonna move this in. There we go. Quick, easy shelf. And don't forget, I like to solidify it a bit by adding bevels, so let's do some bevels. Oop. Select those edges, please. Okay, bevel. Ooh. Don't have to move a mile before it starts beveling. And that just makes it look a little bit more solid. Weird. So this would be for like the big drinks, and maybe for smaller drinks, have a shelf O2. No, I notice how Blender does this. Alright, okay. 002, because that's how Blender does it. So I need to add some zeros on everything. Or additional zeros to everything. Because Blender always does 0, 0. I keep doing how many zeros depending on how many I think I'm gonna make. And Blender always assumes you're probably gonna make hundreds. That's a bit too high, you're not even going to be able to fit Disaronno up there. Product placement? Nah, it wasn't. Not sponsored by Disaronno. And down here, I might put some like sort of, probably a few glasses, like stacked glasses left and right, and maybe an Ouroboros display. If none of you know what Ouroboros is, it's the snake that infinitely eats itself. Commonly you can get it as a ring. Okay, so let's make some bottles. Let's put the 3D cursor back to where it belongs. Actually, put it here. Set the rotations to 0. 3D cursor there. Let's add a cylinder. We'll start off with a basic bottle. With for GB's sake, these things have too many polygons when they start. I would like an easier way to start this. Alright, set it to 16. 16 should be plenty. Right, move it up by 1. Alright. Shrink it down a bit. This is just going to be a basic run-of-the-mill bottle. Where's scale? There's scale. You're my friend, scale. Extrude that up. So it's like a vodka bottle. But that's a pretty lame bottle, really. So, also, almost forgot. Never forget how the tops of bottles are often designed. Got like a little lip here. If I extrude along faces, scale it down a bit. Also, maybe in a bit, then up here, move that out a bit, extrude up a bit, and again another extrude faces along whatever the I'm not going to say it. Doesn't look entirely right. Alright. Look at bottle top. Not tip, top. Bottle top. That's just the caps. Oh, blimey. These are bottle caps, not the... Alright. Alcohol bottle top. They're ones for like shot or pouring shots. Oh wait, yeah, that's exactly what I want actually. That's the kind of thing I want. And I forgot, modern bottles often tend to be screw caps. Because why not? Why not? Because it's not fancy. It's fun to have a cap that you just burst open. So let's select these, shrink them down. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Shrink that down just a bit. Also, what was I thinking? Add a loop here. Move that up. Select these edge loops. Shrink them down. Got a ball top. And then delete this. Then I'm going to go into modifier, add a solidify. Do I need to do? Yeah, let's do it. Solidify. Solidify. Make it a bit thicker than that. Go inwards. See how it's a bit thick actually. Oh, what the hell? Oh, right. I was thinking, did a blender just freeze? No, it didn't. False alarm. Okay, then I'm going to delete these inner ones. Delete face. Delete faces. Delete faces. Then I'm going to select this, or like this, like this. That was a sigh of annoyance there, because I'm not getting what I want. Extrude down. And link it. This time I think I've got to use the, instead of using the clean... Oh wait, actually, no. No I don't. No I don't. Ha! Ha! Just place them all on those spots. Much quicker than selecting two. I'm all on those. Come on. There we go. Select it all. I said select it. Select it all. Mesh. Clean up. Merge by distance. 16 vertices were deleted. Great. Now I don't need this edge. Dissolve edge. There we go. Got a hollow bottle, but it could be better. Let's do some bevel smoothing. That's what I like to call this. Make this 3. That smooths that up. And here, do the bevel again. We've got a smooth transition. Now for the bottom. But this one I don't want it to be as harsh. Then I'll add, or go, and I'll select this. And then maybe another face. Move that in. And then, this should be the interesting one. Select all of these. I wonder what I'm going. Why can't I talk? Why? This is embarrassing. I gotta say, this is very embarrassing. Very, very much so. I extrude it on individual faces, then I'll set to individual origins. Select scale. Shrink this. Shrink them down. So now we've got a lumpy bottom. Then I'm going to make this object smooth. Where is smooth? Now we've got to do it in here. Relations? No. Collections? Motion paths? No. Object. Shade smooth. There we go. Though, let's add a little. Come on! Had faces selected. What a fool I was. I'm gonna add some bevels to these because they're not exactly sharp at these points. They're still kind of rounded, but the bevels in these ones is gonna be a little bit weaker. So make it 1. There we go. There's our bottle. With which alcohol? Who knows? Who knows? Could be vodka for all I know. Maybe it is vodka. Oop. That's not how I want to do that. There we go. Now it's on the shelf. Turn that off. Actually have a look at how it is. Does it clip through? No. Fortunate. Move that there. Now let's look at spirit or alcohol bottle caps. Yeah, because I wanted to have those. You use them for pouring spirits. It helps keep control over how much you put in. Anyway, first let's name this object. Bottle. It's in the wrong groups. Ooh. Or bottle. Alright. Bot. Not bot all, bot. There we go. It's in the wrong group. Alright. Add it to a collection. Boogaloo. Move it from tanks. It's in Boogaloo. Actually, let's give it its own collection. New. Bottles. And bottle 001. And this shall be put into bottles. Get rid of it from Boogaloo. And now it's in bottles. Let's hide tank because I don't need to see that one anymore. And there it is. Now we just need some more bottles. So what other bottles should... Seriously, mouth? Seriously? You're gonna treat me like this? No food for you tonight. So let's create that bottle cap. How many polygons is that? That looks like 16. That's good. Let's try and center at the same point of that. So X, Control C, and Y, Control C, Control V. Good. Perfectly centered. Let's move them both. Still an individual? Yeah, set to medium point now. Set them both over here so I can see better. Call this cylinder bottle cap. Bottle cap. shrink it down, and move it up here. So let's start with the actual center point that connects with the bottle, rather than the point that gets slot into the bottle. Now it's just like a little plate of rubber, really. So if we scale this up a little bit, oh no, like this, and we place it on top of there, we got ourselves our cap point. Then for this one, I'll insert a face. Insert face just a little bit, not too much. Then I'll extrude just a little bit, not too much. And then I'll insert a face that goes like way in. I will never say it like that again. I just did. I will never say it like that again. I promise you. That is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for putting you through that embarrassment. I hope I didn't offend you. Alright. Does that look too light? Well, no, that's good enough. Extrude again. This time at an angle. Tilt it a bit. And then shrink. That was not exactly... Is that a bit too large? I think that's too large. Oh. That's not how I want to select it. I feel like this is too large. So let's... Shrink. Stop shrinking it along one axis. Shrink it down. And now it doesn't look wide enough. Ah, woe is me. Delete faces. Okay, now I shall do this right. Little bit. Scale this down, like, scale this down, like that. Rotate that a bit. And then, let's extrude it to... I'm trying to think, is this the best way to do what I'm just thinking of? Sure. Okay. And then can I extrude? It doesn't know its normals. No. Alright. Okay. That'll do fine. That'll do fine. Though that top now looks too thin. So let's fix that. Never. Come on! Come on! No! Yes! Yes! Still looks too thin. You serious right now? That looks better. Okay. So now I've got that planted in. For the sake of... I'm trying to think, do I need... Again, is this something I need to do? Let me just stretch first. Right. What we got in next is the fitting system, because what these bottles tend to have is like this rubber tube that goes around the actual, tube that you would normally pour out of. I got to put that in. It's difficult to see from this point. Also, I don't like that. Let's object, snap, selected a cursor. No cursor. apply, clear, set origin, origin to geometry. Let's do that. I'll lift this a bit so I can see it. Insert a face here. Surface there. I want to make it decently narrow, not too narrow. Actually, about there will probably do. About there. Extrude that a slight bit. And another face. Just slightly less narrow this time. And then make a big extrusion. About that deep. Shrink that down. Now I want to add the little rubber extrusions. First, how many edge loops we're going to need? I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So select this. Go to tool mode. Let's do 6, and done. Actually, first I'll do, before I shrunk that down, I'll do that. I'll do this then. Excuse me, my voice just went. Then with individual origins selected, I will shrink them on the Z coordinates and set it back to medium point. Face, extrude along normals. Move these out quite a bit. Move this down till the cap is firmly on. I think that is. Oh wait, no, didn't want to do that just yet. I'm going to select this, turn that on, have it not on connected only, make it linear, then shrink it on this axis here. That should be fine. Then I plant it in. Now I don't really want these to be clipping. Actually, I guess it's fine. Right? No? Probably not. Probably not, actually. Basically, what these do is they just like tighten it a bit so that water doesn't. So it's all liquid. I say water. It's not really water, but what these are meant to do is just tighten it a bit so that fluid can't get out. Oh wait, turn this off and shrink it a tad. Go. That's one. Probably want to shrink it a bit more actually. That'll do. Oh, no, I've selected the whole thing when I just want to select one face. Right. Let's shrink this to this point. Move it up. Because remember, this glass is going to be transparent, so you're going to see this. It's important to get this one right. With that, move it up. Okay. Some of these actually don't look high enough. Oh wait, I selected the whole thing. Didn't mean to do that. Alright. There. So like, yeah, you can see that. So now the bottle is now sealed pretty tight, and you can pour your shots out very easily. One more shape to add to it. Select that. Let's add to the model. Add a cylinder. Where's the cylinder? Over here. And I'm going to reduce this one's polygon count quite a bit. Adjust. Set this one to 4. Because this one really isn't important. It's like a cube now. A rhombus. reduce it a bit. First off, so I can actually see. Place it doesn't need to be centered, but shrink it a bit more because that's too wide. Move it up. Move it offset a bit because they do tend to be offset. Oop, didn't mean. That was face angles. Rotate it a little bit. Actually, rotate it that way. Also, you're ugly. Okay, now let's plant it back on the bottle. Let's make it a smooth mesh. Where is it? Shade smooth. Let's add our sharp points. Edge, make sharp. Some more sharp points. Also in this one. Edge, make sharp. Okay. Let's add the edge split modifier, something I still really don't like. And we got ourselves a smooth little bottle cap for pouring shots. Now let's name it. I've already named it. Silly me. Bottle cap 001. Got the medium point. And there we go. Our first bottle in our bar. It's a big bottle, but they tend to be. Anything else I can do in addition? I wonder. Stretching again. I guess let's make a couple. Glass, maybe? Glasses? I don't know. Maybe we could try and make a snake. I don't think I'm ready for the snake. What is this one? I don't see anything disappearing with these. Hang on, let me make the insides of the snake tank visible. Now what's this cylinder? Nothing that I see. I see nothing changing. I don't see anything moving. Alright, I'll delete that. This is important. Water bowl. And of course it's going to be multiple water balls, so 001. Save. Oh, now I feel maybe that because I'm kind of a bit clueless right now on what to get on next. I'm like thinking what would be interesting to work on. And maybe I should try and fill the rest of this bar off screen because I don't think there's much more I can show now. There's like, all I gotta do is just add a bunch of bottles, stuff like that, and then we're good. And literally that's all I've gotta do now, so save often, save always. I think I am gonna call this stream right here. A bit shorter than normal. I usually try to go for the 2 hours, but At this point, I don't know what else to add. I don't know what else to add. So, for everybody watching, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. I keep forgetting how I end this. Right. Right. Let me start again, everybody. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I hope we can get to know each other next time. I hope. Now that is cringy. Whoa. And I hope I can see you again in the next stream. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day. And of course, always remember to cook before watching. Take care.